Hey, how's it going everyone? So in this video we're going to be talking about the future of Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy after the reception to The Last Jedi. So this is more so going to be kind of an editorial piece. This is just mostly my speculation and opinions on what's going on and what I think could potentially happen. This isn't fact or anything, I don't think anything I say in this video is 100% going to come true, but looking at everything, taking a look at the bigger picture and what's going on with the things that people are talking about, I wanted to kind of make this as a piece to also open up to you guys so you can have a discussion down in the comment section. So the subject of this video is, will Disney rethink Rian Johnson's planned Star Wars trilogy that's going to be something completely new and go in different directions? So when this trilogy was first announced, fans had actually gotten on board with it. People were saying, wow, this means that they've got good faith in Rian Johnson. It also means The Last Jedi is probably very good. Theories went wild as to what this trilogy could be, because in the initial statement they said that it's going to go in unexplored territories and go over a new era of Star Wars that hasn't been touched yet. Initially people thought that perhaps this could finally be the Old Republic being brought to the big screen, but Rian Johnson shot down those theories, saying that it wouldn't be an adaptation of anything in the Old Republic. So now, as The Last Jedi has been released and it's out in theaters, what are people saying about it? Well, critics, for the majority, are very positive about the film. They think it's daring, bold, going in new directions with unexpected twists and turns that will shake up things in the Star Wars Foundation and future going forward. Mostly the talk among critics is very positive, and it has a very high critical score on pretty much every source that you can check. Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, other sites that aggregate, critic ratings and reviews and things like that. But the fan and audience reception has been quite different. So the chatter online has been very reminiscent of Batman v Superman in terms of the division between critics and audiences, but this time, instead of audiences embracing the film while critics trashed it, it's actually the opposite, with critics praising the divisive film and audiences recoiling to it. The discussion online has been very mixed, to say the least, and the Rotten Tomatoes audience score, while potentially partly fabricated, does sit at about 57 to 56% as of this recording, making it the lowest rated audience score for any Star Wars film since Attack of the Clones. Now, this also begs to question, where will the box office go from here? Will there be a significant drop-off from weekend to weekend as more people see it and there's a word of mouth out there saying that the film isn't as good as people are hoping for, which is what's happening right now. Now, of course, everyone's going to post in the comments how the film is breaking records and it's got a tremendous opening, which it really does actually. Worldwide, it's opened to about 450 million as far as I know, with 220 of that being domestic. But again, I beg the question, will we see a significant drop-off next weekend? You guys gotta remember, when Batman v Superman opened up, it also opened around the range of 400 million, I believe, worldwide, with a very big chunk of that being domestic, but the film had no legs, as the second weekend drop was one of the biggest ever in that genre because of the bad word of mouth going around the film, which is what's happening with The Last Jedi. Will people just not embrace this new movie because of the stylistic changes and things taking place? And could this affect Disney's bottom line with Rian Johnson's new trilogy going forward? Because according to box office insiders and analysts, this film needs to make 800 million just to break even because of the tremendous production and marketing costs that were put into this film. So this is where I open it up to you guys. Do you think that Disney will actually rethink and possibly retool Rian Johnson's new trilogy that was announced? Or in the worst case scenario, do you think they'll remove him from it entirely and bring in someone else to oversee a new batch of Star Wars films? Now, that is a very extreme what-if scenario. I don't think that Disney would fire Rian Johnson outright just because of the reception of this film, but anything's possible. I mean, we've seen the track record specifically for Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm and their removal of directors due to quote-unquote creative differences, which could be a unfortunate casualty of the fallout of The Last Jedi. But like I said, drop your thoughts down below. What do you guys think could happen with Rian Johnson's trilogy? Is it in jeopardy now? Do you think everything's smooth sailing? This won't even affect it at all? Do you think that there's a chance that there could be a big shakeup going forward with this? And also, what do you think they could do to fix fan goodwill for episode 9, as we do know that J.J. Abrams is returning to helm the next and final film in this trilogy with writer Chris Terrio. I think that will be very interesting to look at, and if also the word of mouth of this film and the reception of it affects episode 9, because that could certainly happen, as we saw, again, like I keep bringing this up, Batman v Superman to Justice League. Audiences recoiled to Batman v Superman, and we saw the results of that with Justice League's underwhelming box office returns. But like I said, drop all your thoughts down in the usual spot. Let's get a good, healthy discussion going about this topic, and for more updates on The Last Jedi and everything in the Star Wars universe, be sure to subscribe to Hybrid Network. Thanks again for checking this video out. If you want to get even more updates from us, check out our social media platforms, our website for the latest news and editorials, and if you want to see our content get better and help us out, donate to us on Patreon for exclusive rewards.